Welcome back. I'm the Ink Archivist, here today to show you the Diamine Inkvent Calendar for 2022's Day 7 ink, which is Alpine. Now this is a shimmer ink, so it has silver glitter in it. Now I decided to put this ink in my Sailor Pro Gear Slim Blue-Green Nebula, but I found again that this kind of struggled with this pen. For whatever reason, it seemed like Alpine had more glitter than the other shimmer inks I've tried, and I'm not sure if that's particular to the ink that I received or particular to Alpine as a whole. Moving on to ink swabs, today we have Tomoe River, HP32, Apica, and Rhodia. And there wasn't a lot of variation between the four papers with this particular ink. Seems like you get a lot of the same color on all of them, and the glitter was very present on all four. There was a time when I touched my nib with this ink in it and my finger looked entirely silver, not green at all. So again, you get a lot of glitter out of this. Besides that though, properties are pretty normal. There's no feathering, no bleed through. And I would say the color is very appropriate for the name, definitely like a tree evergreen spruce green. Very naturalistic. If it had a little bit more yellow to it, I would consider it an olive, but I don't think it quite gets there. And now we'll move on to my notebook therapy notebook with the notes I took with this ink for readability. This is very dark ink, so I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10 on readability. Definitely no problems. So now we'll move on to the writing sample, starting with the Hokuro with a 2.0 nib. And I was even struggling with my dip pen with the 2.0 and fine nib that I used later, trying to get this ink on the page. I think the amount of glitter does make it a little bit more nitpicky on the page. And I'm bringing out that Sailor for the sample sentence for today. And because it kind of lags so much, I do take the Hokuro with a fine nib for a second run of this. This poor pen definitely needs a glitter hiatus. I'm starting to feel bad for it. But with those two sentences out of the way, we'll start on our comparisons. So I'll lay down Diamine Alpine again to start, and then I will be comparing it to the previous green in this calendar, Diamine Spruce, and Iroshizuku Shinryoku. They do end up looking pretty similar on the page here, but Alpine has more yellow to it. It's a bit more olivey than the other two, which are more standard green colors, with Spruce being the darkest of the three and Shinryoku being the lightest. Now as I'm laying down Shinryoku here, and I'll soon be moving on to the finished swabs, I'd like to talk about my personal thoughts about this ink. I think for people who wanted this sort of shade of green with the glitter in it, it's probably feeling a niche that they appreciate, but for me personally, I don't think I really liked the silver glitter being added into such a naturalistic earth tone. I just don't really think it appealed to me personally. But again, I'm sure there are people who are very excited about this ink, so let me know if that's you or not. And thank you for joining me today. I hope that this look at Alpine has been helpful and that you have a good one. Bye!